Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
Sure. Very happy morning to everyone. As usual, only 13 students are here. Rest don't want to take the chemistry classes, I suppose. Anyway, those who want to go to learn better, to develop their interest in the subjects. So, and it is very easy tool for everyone that from home we are going to take your classes. Some virtual work we are doing, so we are learning in such a way that self motivation or your self learning is going to be promoted. Okay, so I am helping you, and I am going to record this program also. So after that we will share this video link to you also. So if something is missing, you can get from this. Even after you have some queries, questions, you can write to me, mail me. I will try to give the answer for that. Okay, so shall we begin? Today I am going to take the new chapter, that is metals and non-metals. See, in this metals and non-metals, uh, there are physical and chemical properties of metals, as well as they have the metallurgy. So the metallurgical part is removed by CBSE for exam purpose, but I will try to teach you something related to this, so it will be good for you if you are going to the higher classes. And even we will discuss so many things which is very important for the higher classes also. So I will try my level best. I hope that you people will enjoy it and learn these topics. So here we are going to begin. This is metals and non-metals. Now, periodic table, last time we have studied. In this periodic table, you know that there are total 100 elements. The place is there. Out of this one, 112 elements are already discovered. The rest are going to be discovered. In this table, if you remember that there is a two parts clearly shown, that one side metals are there, another side non-metals are there. The number of non-metal is very less, that is along with the metalloid and non-metals, and we can say the number of metals is very large. But some metals are soft metals, some metals are hard metal. They are forming a colored salt, they are forming a colorless salt. So many varieties is coming. So actually out of 118 elements, we can say the 80% elements are metals and rest are non-metal. So you are studying this topics since your class 7th or 8th onwards. Okay, the physical properties of metal. One thing is coming in your mind, then when we say metals, so metal word itself explain that it is a related to bulky, heavy, hard. है This is like metallic body, or this metallic person. So this is going to show that metals is something which is hard. So very simple properties are there, that metals have shine, that is called a luster. So metal are lustrous in nature, while non-metals are dull in nature. Some are there, those which can be showing the lustrous property, but not due to their metallic character, but they have some property to show the shine, like graphite. It is going to shine, but it is not due to metallic shine. Same the iodine, it is non-metal, but it is lustrous in nature. So some exception case will also come. Metals, metal is a good conductor of heat and electricity, while non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. Here again the exception will come, that graphite, which is a part of carbon, carbon is a non-metal, but it's allotrope, means those are having little physical difference, is going to show the properties of conducting electricity also. So here exception case is there. All non-metals are poor conductor, but graphite, which is which is a part of carbon, or which is allotrope of carbon, is showing electricity. Metals is a good conductor, but some metals are showing very poor conductivity also. Density and melting point of metals are very high because they are very tough, but here we can say the density and melting point of non-metal is very low. You can see the many gases are gaseous form only. Even if you are going to liquefy them, it will take time to liquefy. When we are going to apply the pressure or very low temperature is there, they are going to remain in this form. Otherwise they are gaseous form only. So their melting and boiling point are very low, while the metals have very high melting point. Uh, there is a, again the exception will come, that metals are solid in nature. We can say some metals are liquid at room temperature. Can you give me the name which metal is liquid at room temperature?
Mercury.
Mercury. Good. Any other metal other than mercury? So there are two good name is coming, that is gallium. Okay. A gallium is a metal which is liquid at room temperature. Even the strontium, when you are keeping in your hand, it is going to melt. Okay. And same here, the melting point are very high. If any non-metal is there in this category, or which is very hard, in other word you can say. So your answer will come here. Yes, that is diamond.
Diamond.
Yes, diamond is the hardest substance. Okay, and diamond is non-metal, means it is a allotrope of carbon. See, carbon, how many varieties are showing? It is very hard, and it is conducting electricity. So one allotrope of carbon is very hard, that is diamond. One is very soft, that is graphite. One, this diamond is very bad conductor of electricity, we can say, while graphite is a good conductor of electricity. So the non-metal showing the variety or variation in their property. Metals are malleable or moldable. It means when you are going to hammer it, they are going to become a sheet, while normally the non-metal solids are brittle in nature. When we are going to hammer it, it will convert into a powder. Metals are ductile. When you are going to draw in a thin wire, it can be easily possible. If you have 1 gram of gold, you can stretch it up to 2 kilometers in such a wire. It is not going to break even. While non-metals are non-ductile because they are not having such type of property. Metals are sonorous. It means metals can produce sound. And that's why in school the bell is there, which is ringing. In temples the bell is there. If some metallic part is getting down or fall down, it will produce the sound. So this is a special nature of metal, that they are sonorous in nature, but non-metals are non-sonorous. Room temperature, this example has already told that metals are solid, but they may be solid, liquid or gas at the room temperature. Metals are opaque in nature. Okay, you can't use as a glass. And while non-metals, if it is possible, they may become transparent. Simple example is diamond. You can see that it will work as a what we say, the transparent material. So these are the physical properties on which we can say the metals and non-metal can be distinguished. The difference is there. And in the board exam, they are asking the exceptional question. Non-metals are poor conductor. Give the name of a non-metal which is good conductor. So this question will come. Okay. Uh, and then their metals are solid, but give the name of the metal which is liquid at room temperature. Metals, give the name of the non-metal which is liquid at room temperature, that is bromine. Metal which has non-metal which has the lustrous, that is iodine. Okay, So this exception case you have to pay attention or note down in your notebook. Then actually we are focusing on chemical properties of metals. If the chemical properties metals are there, same the non-metal may have the property. So we are focusing on some special properties of metals when we are going to react. So suppose we are going to burn metal, react, it is the reaction with oxygen. So what happens when metal reacts with oxygen? We can say they are going to form metal oxide. Please take your notebook and write down reaction of metal. In the place of metal, you write the symbol of sodium plus symbol of oxygen and form what product is going to form. Write the formula and name of the compound, what compound will form. When sodium reacts with oxygen or sodium burn in air, it forms oxide. So what the name of the oxide will come? Name of the oxide? I'm not getting anyone.
Sodium oxide.
It is sodium oxide. Good, very good. So in the place of metal, what you should write? The name of the metal. This name will come here. Sodium oxide, magnesium oxide, aluminum oxide, copper oxide. Can gold will form? We will see further. Okay, so if I'm going to ask what is the formula of sodium oxide, so it is very easy for you that you know the valency of oxygen, that will be 2, and valency of sodium, that will be 1. So when you are going to cross it, what the formula of sodium oxide will come? Na2O. Very good.
Oh,
Okay, Na2O. Yes, good. Now react with magnesium fast. Mg plus O2.
Oh, MgO.
MgO.
Geo.
MgO.
Balance it fast. Mg plus O2. It will give magnesium oxide. What is the formula of magnesium oxide? MgO. So Mg plus O2. So what you are going to balance? How you are going to balance it?
2 mg
2
plus
MgO.
O2.
2 Mg plus O2 is equal to 2 MgO. Very
2
good.
mg.
चलो एल्युमिनियम के साथ करो फास्ट 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 एल्युमिनियम. What is the valency of aluminum?
3.
3. Okay. And oxygen 2. So what will be the formula?
Al2O3.
Very nice. Good. Balance it.
Al2O3.
हाँ बैलेंस करो पहले. How many aluminum, how many oxygen? यहाँ पे लिखो Al plus O2 Al2O3. अब दोनों तरफ बराबर होना चाहिए. It should be equal in both the sides. Anybody? Yes. आंसर नहीं आया, जल्दी बोलो. Okay, it will be 4Al plus 3O2 is equal to 2Al2O3. Okay. Now So metal react with oxygen, it will form metal oxide. Different metals are going to react with oxygen and they are forming their oxide. And these oxides are different in nature. Actually, all metals, when they are react, they are going to form the basic oxide. Nature of metal oxides are basic in nature and they may be amphoteric. Amphoteric का मतलब they will react with acid as well as base. Okay, now I am going to share one video. Okay, so just see this one.
Let us try to find out if metallic oxides are acidic or basic in nature. Let us do a small experiment to see this. For this we need magnesium wire, which is a metal, water, red and blue litmus paper.
आवाज आ रही है बेटा सबको? Everyone is getting sound?
Sir, voice
Yes, sir.
is we are getting, but I'm not able to see the video.
A
Video is
petri
not
dish, dropper, spirit lamp,
many are-
matchbox,
how many are not
and a
able
pair
to
of
see the video?
tongs.
The video
Sir,
is
me
not
too. Sir,
1
me
minute.
too.
Okay, okay.
So me too.
1 minute, 1 minute. Huh?
Let us try to find out if metallic oxides
Now you are
are
getting?
acidic or basic in nature. Let us do a small experiment to see this.
Now?
For this we need magnesium wire,
No, sir,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not getting.
No, sir, I am not getting.
blue litmus paper,
How many are
a
able
petri
to
dish, dropper.
Okay, we will share.
I am able to hear.
but not able to see.
Yes, sir. We are able to hear but
Yes,
not
sir.
speak.
But
No need to shout. Huh? You can give your answer. I can easily understand.
Now,
Wait. It will come. If not, then I am going to share this.
Let us try to find out if metallic oxides
Now-
are acidic or basic in nature.
Now you are getting.
Let us do a small experiment to see this. For this we need magnesium wire, which is a metal, water, red and blue litmus paper,
Yes,
a
beta,
petri
now-
dish, dropper, spirit lamp, matchbox,
Sorry.
and a pair of tongs.
it is showing screen sharing loading.
Loading. Okay, so there may be.
Light
Sir,
the
I am
spirit
able
lamp
to
first.
see. Sir, I am also able to see it.
Okay, and sound is also coming.
Now hold the magnesium wire with the tongs and bring the ribbon to the flame.
वो हो रहा है record. दिख रहा है? They are getting now.
Yes, sir.
Observe that the magnesium burns with a bright white light. As it burns, an ash-like powdery substance is formed. This is magnesium oxide. Collect the powder in a petri dish and dissolve it in water. Take a drop of this solution and place it on the red and blue litmus papers. Observe the change in the color of the litmus papers. We observe that red litmus turns blue while blue litmus remains the same. What does this indicate? The oxide of magnesium is basic in nature. From this, we can infer that the oxides of metals are basic in nature. When metal oxides are dissolved in water, the metal ions react with water and form hydroxide ions, which makes the solution basic. Why don't you collect some rust or some Epsom salt and try to do this experiment?
Reaction of metals with water. Activity. Take the sample of the same metals as
Okay, so have you seen the video?
Yes, sir.
When I'm going to share this complete PPT along with this video, then also you can see even the this one link is already provided here. You can check from this one also. So what we got, when metals are going to react with oxygen, some metals burn with the bright light, some are not reacting, some are reacting with in a different way. So there are variety of metals depend upon the nature of metals. Anyway, when the metals are reacting, normally they are forming basic oxide, means when this basic oxide react with water, they will form base or alkali, or they will react with acids, so they will form salts. Amphoteric means the oxide are such in a nature when they are react, they are going to react with acid as well as base also. In your book you can find one reaction is given. What happen when the aluminum oxide react? This reaction normally come in exam. What happen when aluminum oxide react with HCl? What happen when aluminum oxide react with NaOH? So the both the reactions are coming in an exam. Ampho means or amphi, just like amphibia, frog. Frog can survive on water as well as in water and on land. So same here, they will react in both the metal as sorry, this with acid, as well as they are going to react with base also. Now this is very old definition. If all basic oxides are not soluble in water, but if they are soluble in water, this oxide, this solution is known as alkali. So that's why you can see in your periodic table, the first group is known as alkali metals. It means when they are react with oxygen, their oxide are soluble in water and they are forming hydroxide. So like sodium oxide dissolved in water, what it is going to produce? Sodium hydroxide, which is alkali, HCl plus NaOH. So we can say when acid reacts with base or alkali, it will form salt and water, neutralization. So here we can say all water soluble bases are alkali. If you remember, it is in class 8. All alkalis are base, but all bases are not alkali. It means only water soluble base oxides are known as alkali. Those bases are not water soluble, they are simply called base. So different metals react differently with the oxygen. Like if you are going to react copper, copper is not going to react with oxygen. It is not going to burn, but even it is going to make a layer or black color layer is there, that is called a copper oxide. Iron is not going to react with oxygen when you are keeping on flame, but if you have the iron, what we say, this powder of iron, and when you are going to spring on the metal, so flame, sorry, so it is going to burn. So all metals are showing very different nature. and this is the base for their alak product. Here one word is coming, that is called anodizing. Anodizing का मतलब क्या हो गया? They are going to form a very thick layer of oxide, especially if the aluminum is forming a thick layer, that is called aluminum oxide. आपके घर में aluminum के utensils होंगे. When the aluminum utensils are cooker, pressure cooker, suppose it brought new from the market, it's going to shine. But once it is going to use for many days, now you can see the cooker at your home. It's not going to shine like any metal. Or silvery shining is not there. It is because they are going to form a thick layer of oxide. So that is called aluminum oxide layer. Even if you are making the aluminum metal as a anode and you are keeping in a solution, when the another layer of oxide is going to form, this process is going to prevent from the further corrosion or further rusting. Rusting word is iron, for iron actually. So if it is going to protect the aluminum metal, we can say this process is called anodizing. Okay, and anodizing process you can color it also. So nowadays you can see the aluminum utensil or the cooker what are we are using at home, they are coming in a different color also, black, red, where multiple color is available. So it is possible due to anodizing. Okay, so this is the first property. Metals react with oxygen or especially air, and they are going to form their oxide. When the time runs short, we will start our class immediately, next class, so no need to leave. Okay, now, so this is reaction with oxygen. Now if the metal reacts with water, can the metals are going to react with water? We can say yes, it will react with water and it is going to form oxide. क्योंकि water के अंदर क्या क्या होता है? Oxygen and
Hydrogen and oxygen.
So when metal is going to react, what it will do? It will form metal oxide and hydrogen gas. What is there? It is coming out. अगर hydrogen gas बाहर निकल रही है, वो कहाँ जाएगी? It is going to dissolve only in water, and again it is going to form metal hydroxide. So again बनेगा बेस ही, लेकिन अगर hydrogen gas ज्यादा निकल के ऊपर की तरफ आ रही है, and hydrogen gas is very sensitive against the catch fire, तो अगर वो पानी में जैसे आपने डाला कुछ मेटल लाइक सोडियम, सोडियम को पानी के अंदर डालोगे तो एकदम क्या होगा? इट इज गोइंग टू कैच फायर. ओके, तो क्यों हुआ? तो हम बोलेंगे व्हेन द रिएक्शन वाज गोइंग ऑन, द हाइड्रोजन गैस इवॉल्व्ड एंड दिस हाइड्रोजन गैस is very easily catch fire on this temperature. Ignition temperature उसको मिल जाता है, हाइड्रोजन जल जाता है. Your answer will come sodium metal catch fire because of hydrogen gas produced, और बाकी product metal oxide dissolve in water. Sometimes they are asking question, why calcium metal is floating on water when we put in water? यहाँ पर भी आपका आंसर सेम ही आएगा, क्योंकि जब रिएक्शन होगी सो दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग हाइड्रोजन गैस, ये लाइट हो जाएगा, हल्का हो जाएगा, तो कैल्शियम कैन come on the surface and it is going to float on surface. But if the iron metal is there, is it going to react with water? हम बोलेंगे cold water और warm water के साथ इसका कुछ नहीं होगा, but it is going to react with steam. Very high temperature of steam is having. Aluminum can react with warm water. Even this zinc metal and this one will also react. If you are coming to the magnesium, it is also going to react. But if you are coming to gold and silver, they are not going to, copper even, it is not going to react with water. Let's see one more video related to this. Sorry. Able to see the screen?
Reaction of metals with water. Activity. Take the sample of the same metals as in the earlier activity, to perform the activities given here. Put some pieces of the sample separately in beakers half filled with cold water. Which metals reacted with cold water? Answer. Magnesium reacted with cold water. Did any metal catch fire in water? Answer. Metals like sodium react vigorously with water and catch fire. Does any metal start floating after some time? Answer. Calcium starts floating after some time. Observation. Answer. Metals like aluminium, iron and zinc do not react either with cold or hot water, but they react with steam. Metals like potassium and sodium react vigorously with cold water. Sodium reacts with water to evolve hydrogen, which immediately catches fire, producing a lot of heat. It is an exothermic reaction. 2K plus 2H2O gives 2KOH plus H2 plus heat. 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2 plus heat. Calcium reacts with water less vigorously, hence the heat evolved is not sufficient for hydrogen to catch fire. Instead, calcium starts floating because the bubbles of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of the metal. Ca plus 2H2O gives CaOH twice plus H2. Put the metals that did not react with cold water in beakers half filled with hot water. Note your observation. Answer. The reactivity decreases in the order. Magnesium is most reactive. It is more reactive than aluminium, which is more reactive than iron, which is more reactive than lead, which is more reactive than copper. Magnesium reacts with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium also starts floating since the bubbles of hydrogen gas stick to its surface. Write the equation for the above reactions. Mg plus 2H2O gives MgOH twice plus H2 gas. For the metals that did not react with hot water, arrange the apparatus as shown over here and observe the reaction with steam. Metals like aluminium, iron and zinc do not react either with cold or hot water, but they react with steam to form metal oxide and hydrogen. 2Al plus 3H2O gives Al2O3 plus 3H2 gas. 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2 gas. Metals like gold, silver and copper do not react with water at all.
Okay, so let's go. You got it, this video? Have you seen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Enjoyed? Say yes, no, some reaction.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This thing is there.
Yes, sir.
Now your class may be stopped, but don't go anywhere. We will start the new one also. Okay. I am just starting this new one. So the chemical properties of metal. So we studied chemical properties with oxygen. Chemical properties is water. In both the cases, the oxides are forming. Only the difference is coming when it is react with water. Metals, when they are reacting with water, they are producing hydroxide and hydrogen gas. While they are simply react with oxygen, they are forming their oxide, which can be dissolved in water and form their hydroxide. Can metal react with acids? Can you give me the name of some acids?
Hydrochloric acid.
Very good. Hydrochloric acid,
Sulfuric acid,
sulfuric acid, very nice.
nitric acid,
Nitric acid, acetic acid. Okay, there are so many acids are there. Acetic acid and this one, they are called organic acid. Okay, so they may be formic acid, oxalic acid, they are organic acid. Here we are telling about the mineral acid. The mineral acids are HNO3, HCl, H2SO4, means nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and this hydrochloric acid. So when they are react with acid, they are going to form their salt. What happen when sodium react with HCl? What they are going to produce? Sodium reacts with HCl. What they are going to form? Yes. Reply fast. सोडियम
Sodium chloride.
हाँ तो यहाँ पे नाम केवल क्या लिख देना सोडियम रिएक्ट्स विद हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड टू फॉर्म अब उसके अंदर एसिड में नाम कौन सा रहता है हाइड्रोक्लोरिक तो क्लोरीन हो जाएगा तो सोडियम क्लोराइड क्या नाम आ जाएगा उसका सोडियम क्लोराइड एंड विच गैस इवॉल्व हाइड्रोजन गैस यहाँ पे लिख दिया मैंने सोडियम रिएक्ट्स विद सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड it will form sodium sulfate and hydrogen gas. If it is nitric acid, then it will form sodium nitrate and hydrogen gas. Okay, so here again we are going to see the reaction of different metals. Some is a very interesting question is there.